Hooray! Whip! Hooray!
Karmanda! Karmanda! Sita! Karmanda! Karmanda! Sita!
Great pleasure to be here and playing a beautiful game of cricket. Well played, Zambia. Huh? Made us very proud. And on the token of love and appreciation from India, we would like to give this a small memento to Ichanda, upcoming player. Ichanda.
Come on, guys, Gerrard.
Yeah? All the very best. Okay? Do well.
It's the first time in about a year we've come together and played other teams. I think it's a good experience for all of us. Some of the guys, it's the last year playing for us and they're enjoying it a lot. Well, this tournament I hope to get a few 50s, some wickets.
Plus, everyone knows that we aren't so good at cricket. We are not popular because of cricket exactly. Our soccer is better, but however, I want to show that us as Zambians, we can put our country there.
Brilliant experience. Grounds good, wickets good, and overall the tournament really good. And the experience for us playing against top quality oppositions is just really good. And you're not going to get this anywhere else because it's as if you're representing your country and you've come to a tournament which is quite like the World Cup.
Really good experience. First when I never thought it'd be so good here. All the teams are very competitive and all the arrangement done are really well. So I appreciate it. It's a very good experience for me. Exposure. I'm getting a very good exposure to express myself, to play with these boys, to play with different boys, so I can get more confidence in me and I can score. I can take wickets in India too. I love cricket actually. I wanna represent my country at the highest level. I wanna be the best leg spinner like Shane Warne. I wanna bat like Rahul Dravid. I need to have some patience.
This is a very good platform for the under 14 boys, and this is like grooming the young kids into professional kids. So a Zimbabwean committee is doing a wonderful job by grooming these youngsters into professional cricketers.
It has taken in a huge way, and you would see the response. And to boost this tournament, India and Zimbabwe have won the first 2 games, which has uplifted the morale of our kids and even our visiting teams. So all in all, I think it has been a very good success for a start. This is not only going to be a platform for them to pursue cricket as a professional career. Yes, it obviously is, but all the same, it gives the country an opportunity to have this brand eventually turn into an under 14 World Cup the way it is going. Our major goal would be that the children benefit from this tournament. This gives them an opportunity to showcase their talent and probably one day represent their respective countries at the international level with pride.
It's a great privilege for us. Zambia is known for football, as you know, but I mean, we are privileged to come to Zimbabwe to play cricket with some of the 4 member nations. If you look at the teams which are here, they will give exposure to most of our boys. When they go back to Zambia, I think we'll go back as a new team and we'll get something from this tournament. Looking at the level of competition, I think if we compare with our level of cricket in Zambia, this is higher level of cricket that we play. Even if most of the times when you're playing ICC World Cup qualifiers, we don't get to play with teams like Zimbabwe and South Africa. So this is a great opportunity for us to get experience and get exposure. We played India and we only lost by 20 runs. And then if I look at the Zimbabwe-India game, it was a close contest. So that shows me that we are there. We are capable of competing with these big nations. And then if you look at Tanzania, we managed to beat Tanzania yesterday by 6 wickets. So I think we are capable of playing some good cricket as long as we continue giving exposure to most of our boys. They've got talent. If you look at one of our boys who is scoring runs at the moment, he's going to play in South Africa for Titans Academy. So you look at it and say, if the more exposure they get, I think Zambia cricket will be in a good shape.
We have rechristened the tournament to an Afro-Asia Cup from the Africa Cup. And the way this brand is growing, eventually this is going to turn into a World Cup. All of you, and I would like the Managing Director of Splash, Mr. Anis Patel, to speak a few words to us, which will be followed by Heath Streak. But I would like the media to clearly know that the name of this trophy is Splash President's Afro-Asia Cup. Thank you.
To the side, sorry.
Just on behalf of everyone, I'd like to thank Mr. Patel and Splash for being our title sponsors. Without sponsors like Splash, we wouldn't be able to host and have tournaments as big and as grand as this. So I'd like to thank Mr. Patel for his generosity. Thank you. I'd like to also welcome all the teams now that everyone's here, to officially welcome everyone. I know that the tournament's been going on. Hopefully we can continue to play it in the spirit of cricket. It's good to see a lot of the parents who've come. We thank you. A lot of you have travelled from great distances. It's nice to have the Indian Academy here, but we've also got a lot of people who've travelled from far afield in Africa to be here today in Zimbabwe. So thank you to you guys. We hope you guys enjoy, and hopefully we see some future international players, future IPL players and T20 players around the world. I've already been impressed with the quality of some of the play that I've seen so far. So let's enjoy it. That's what we're here to do. Let's have a bit of fun. We all want to win, but more importantly, I think, is to enjoy the time together. Because before you know it, you're an old guy like me and you can't bowl and bat anymore. Enjoy it while you can and while the body's still fit and young.
Yeah.
So
thank you.
guys. And hopefully one of these guys is going to be lifting the trophy in a couple of days' time.
It was a good exposure for us as Splash as well, good exposure for myself personally, and very excited to see the team, all those different teams coming and playing. This is the future. There's a lot of talents in this, and this is the future that will take Zimbabwe forward and take the different teams forward.
We're obviously really enjoying having so many teams now. The tournament keeps building every year. Now with the introduction of the Indian team is really good, so I'm really looking forward to seeing a lot of these youngsters playing. There's been some very competitive games, very varied, talent in amongst some young guys in some of the teams, but it's been really good so far. When you look at started as the Africa Cup, it's now the Afro-Asia Cup, and when we get big sponsors like Splash coming on board, we're able to make it even bigger and better. And when you look at the number of teams we have this year, it's all credit to people like that, our sponsors who make it possible for us to bring in and host so many teams, because it isn't cheap. So it's great to have them, and I think the kids are enjoying it. We've got some really good facilities here at Old Hararians, and they're able to play. I know it wasn't long ago that they were playing World Cup qualifiers on these grounds, so it's nice for the kids to play on really good facilities, and we're lucky to have the good weather here in Zimbabwe. To play against different people from different countries, it really ignites their passion for the game. Yes, they watch stuff on TV, but for them to actually then be able to do it themselves in maybe a miniature format of things like the IPL is great, so this is where their dreams start and their aspirations. They'll be looking up to people like the AB de Villiers and Virat Kohlis of the world, and this is the stage for them to become the budding new cricketers of world cricket.
Good shot, man. Hey. Good shot, boy.
This is a group of boys that played for the first time together, you know, so yesterday it started nicely and we got 2 wins and then we finished early and we had a 6-a-side. So I think that just made the boys relax a bit more because we arrived late because we had flight delays and that. So luckily we could ease into it today, and I think today was a true reflection on how well we played. We batted really well, very matured innings. Like, I mean, 20 overs we got to 178 and we gradually got to that score. It's like a very matured way of batting for under 14 side. I think we've done really well. And then with regards to the bowling and the fielding, it was amazing. I mean, you guys watched, it was like quite professional, and I'm very proud of the boys. Boys want to play cricket, and I mean, if they're fortunate enough to play internationally, if you put it that way, you know, you find yourself in a position to play against other countries. I mean, what more exposure do you want? That's the best exposure you can get, and in another country.
Feels really nice just to play, like Coach said, in another country, and we are getting used to the crease, like the pitches here, and I think it's a really good experience for us as a team, and we definitely can do stuff better, but we've done really well so far.
It feels good. We have good competition here and everybody's enjoying it, so I just hope for the best. I think we can do better as a team. Our fielding was the last couple of days poorly. I think we can pick that up, but the batting is looking good.
We have performed just below par. You know, the conditions are totally different from way back home. But I think every game that we are playing, that we've played so far, we're getting better and better. This is a very good exposure for the boys, in the sense that back home we don't play competitive cricket like this, and some of them, to be honest with you, it's their first matches for this whole year, because back home rugby and hockey is strong, so most of them, they play rugby and hockey, and now we're getting into the cricket season, and I'm pretty sure that these guys will be way ahead of the guys that are back home.
It was a fantastic experience. It was my first tour coming out with the under 14 team, and it was fantastic. The wickets were very good. It was superb. I didn't see even one ball rolling down. Back in India, we always saw the ball rolling down, going very low, but we never saw that. And it was a very good exposure for the boys, because we need this type of tournaments, especially for the under 14. We can expose them. They know where they stand, whether to improve. We know what they want now, where to work with them, where to make them stronger. It is a fantastic tournament, and all cheers to the Heath Academy. I saw Zimbabwe, Zambia, Tanzania, then I saw the South Africans. All of them. There are 1 or 2 boys who are very talented, and they should work. My advice is keep working hard and do whatever you feel and enjoy the game. It is fantastic, and I love seeing the boys doing a lot of things, enjoying their cricket. And I think there is a boy called Tian. I think he has to do well. We want to see him doing well in the bigger games. There was few boys, I don't know their names, and the Zimbabwe team. They're fantastic. They're fantastic. And especially Liam. I'm very impressed by his bowling. Right arm off spinner and the way he bats in the opening. And Heath Strick's son, Harry Strick, is a good batsman. There's Matthew. There are a lot of boys.
logic did not apply. He decided to send that ball to the boundary. Applause from Duplessis. Handshakes to the players on the field. Standing ovation from the spectators. And a big congratulations to Team South Africa. The winners of the inaugural President Afro Cup. Proudly sponsored by Splash Paper and Plastic and brought to you by the Old Mutual Heath Academy. My name is Arthur C. Evans. Up next, we've got the prize giving ceremony. If you're wise, you're not going to go anywhere. DJ
In Zimbabwe, we tried by all means to create a very healthy population. The people of Zimbabwe must be strong. And it is the duty of the Minister of Sport to make sure that all Zimbabweans are given an opportunity to exercise in different categories of our sport. Today is the cricket day, and we feel proud to see the young men and women coming up, and this is where our hit streaks are going to come out from. Already I'm hearing of wonderful bowlers from South Africa. I know, of course, from Zimbabwe, there are plenty. I'm told Tanzania tried. I'm also told that India did very well. Yes, India did very well. I'm also told that Zambia just fell short of Zimbabwe, but it did very well. And also Namibia did very well. Let's give a round of applause to these young guys. As we come to the prize giving ceremony today, those who will have won, it means you have done very well. Those who would have come last, it means you have done very well because you came first from the bottom. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your coming.
It is with great pride and enthusiasm I announce today that we Zimbabwe have marked a historic milestone. A prestigious flagship cricket extravaganza, the Splash President's Afro-Asia Cricket Cup, is finally on the global cricketing map as the largest inter-nation under-14 youth cricket tournament in Africa. And these honors were bestowed upon Heath and me yesterday by the President of the Tanzania Cricket Association, Mr. Tairali Hassan Ali, who has specially flown down from Tanzania for the President's Cup to express his nation's solidarity and support towards this prestigious tournament. Mr. Hassan Ali is also on board the International Cricket Council. Dr. Benson Dubé, I humbly request you that this event should be made a national event in future. We want to bring in teams from various countries, and this will eventually turn into a World Cup. So we want the Ministry of Sports to give us the recognition of the President's Afro-Asia Cup being called a national event. The Heath Streak International Cricket Trust will work in every possible direction to revolutionize the game of cricket in Zimbabwe, producing stars ripe for the international stage 5 years from now. We would love to work hand in hand with you, sir, Dr. Dubé, and ensure Zimbabwe regains her past cricketing glory. The Emerson Mnangagwa International Sports City will be a home to youth cricket teams from various nations visiting Zimbabwe to play competitive cricket of the highest standards against our structured age group teams, mutually beneficial to both countries in an environment and atmosphere unparalleled to any other sporting facility in Africa. I sincerely thank Dr. Benson Dubé, the Principal Director of Sport, for pursuing the land issue and helping us in obtaining this land from the City Council. Dr. Dubé, here is my Indian investor and partner who has flown down all the way from India to grace this occasion and pledge his support to the Finance Ministry on our mega project. His name is Mr. Vijay Singh. Mr. Vijay Singh, can I have you on stage, please? He is the largest manufacturer of sportswear and sports equipment in India. His high-profile brand name Vega is sported by various cricket teams from across the world, including Zimbabwe. My dear children, he will establish a mega store at the Emerson Mnangagwa International Sports City, ensuring that every child in our nation can enjoy their sport by buying goods at very affordable and reasonable prices. And to the Sports Ministry, he is also looking at establishing a sports goods manufacturing factory in Zimbabwe, creating employment. Thank you very much, Mr. Vijay Singh, for your generous support towards our country, Zimbabwe. Dr. Dubé, cricket today is a global multi-billion-dollar business. Every cricket-playing national board is raking substantial income for their countries, including a nation as small as Zimbabwe, as small as Bangladesh. Zimbabwe cricket should earn the nation revenue out of cricket, and cricket in Zimbabwe should not be a sport that makes the government bleed. Today, we, the Heath Streak International Cricket Trust, are proud to announce our new initiative. It is called the Emerson Mnangagwa Cricket Scholarships, in honor of our beloved President, who is also the patron of the Heath Streak International Cricket Trust. The Emerson Mnangagwa Cricket Scholarships will subsidize the cost of all the teams which have participated in the Splash President's Afro-Asia Cricket Cup drastically, giving you an opportunity next year to come and play in this wonderful environment and atmosphere. The scholarships would financially benefit talented, less fortunate cricketers from across Zimbabwe and will help them enhance their sports and education careers. The scholarships will also support dedicated coaches financially to train them to appear for exams and obtain their level 1 and 2 coaching certificates from South Africa. The scholarships will provide cricket playing equipment to less fortunate schools every year, thus promoting the growth and development of cricket in Zimbabwe.
Without the corporate support and corporate social responsibility is dead in the water. And today, and with the support of all our sponsors that Joseph mentioned, would not have happened. And I'm sure even the teams themselves from other countries have their own sponsors. A lot of them are written on the shirts. Those corporates and the corporate sponsorships are a big thing in developing the sport. We have to invest in our youth. We have to invest in the youngsters if we're going to take sport forward. So we'd like to thank all the sponsors who've come together for this. And it's important that, you know, we as a Heath Street Cricket Academy and we challenge other sporting bodies in this country to provide a trusted, transparent and accountable vehicle for corporates to sponsor and put their money behind. I think that's what people want to see. They want to see the results, and I think this week has been testament to that. You know, we can see where the money's going, and it's culminating in a really wonderful tournament, and it's being spent where it should be on these really talented future young cricketers of their respective countries. And hopefully we'll see South Africans, Zimbabweans, Indians, Zambians, Tanzanians and Namibians representing their country from this group of young boys who've played during this course of this week. So before the prize giving, I'd like to individually thank the South African team, the Zimbabwean team, the Indian team, the Zambian team, the Tanzanian team and the Namibian teams for their participation. It's been highly competitive. We've got a vision to grow this, as Joseph has mentioned, into more of a World Cup thing. So we're hoping to have more countries represented, academies from different countries in the next year. So we hope to see you guys in the future. If you're going to be too old for the tournament next year, we look forward to seeing you guys on the fields at higher age groups for your country and your provinces.
Afro Asia Cup 2000.